Hey dear friends. Today we are for you with another video of notes on the topic Palynology as per the suggestion from one of our subscribers. In this video we include the important points of the chapter Palynology. Pollen structure. Pollen grains are microscopic structures that vary in size and shape. Exene. Outer thick layer made of sporopollenin. Resistant to physical and biological decomposition. It contains one or many germ pores which are associated with its germination. Intine. Inner layer made of pectocellulose associated with the formation of the pollen tube. Vegetative cell. Large size. Contains abundant food reserve. Generative cell. Highly reduced. Contains the usual cell organelles. Forms the male gametes. Note. Smallest pollen, 6 micrometer. In Myosotis palustris italics forget me not. Here it is a diagram of pollen grain. Pollen morphology. Pollen aperture thin-walled areas in surface of pollen grains. Type based on aperture nature. 1. Simple. 1. Simple apertures. A. Leet. Slit-like aperture at proximal end. Example. Pteridophyte spores. 2. Compound apertures. Monolete 1 slit. Xylotum spores. Trialtriradiate slit. Lycopodium spores. B. Ulcus simple circular aperture is at distal end. Length is to breadth ratio less than 2 pollen termed as ulcerate pollen. Example, Poaceae. C. Porous. Simple circular aperture at equatorial region. Length to breadth ratio is less than 2 pollen is termed as porate pollen. Example, Urticaceae. D. Sulcus. Distal elongated boat shaped. Have tapering ends with length as to breadth is greater than 2. Such pollen is termed as sulcate pollen. Example, Magnoliaceae. E. Sulculus. Boat-shaped aperture between equator and distal pole. Such pollen. Sulculate pollens. Example. Eupomatia. F. Colpus. Long furrow-like aperture. Facing pole to pole. Length is to breadth ratio is greater than 2. Such pollen is termed as colpate pollen. Example Lamiaceae. Diagram of apertures of different types are shown here. Note aperture in ectexon colpi. Endexon. Aura. Compound or composite apertures. Apertures in ectexon. Outer exene. A. Colporous furrow-like opening colpi. Is found along centrally located aura, which may be circular or laterally elongated. Such pollen. Colporate pollen. B. Porous circular aura and colpi with length is to breadth ratio greater than 2. Diagrams of compound apertures are shown here. Now it's a diagram on the cross-section of pollen, which may be a sure 4-mark question in your exam. So be careful to learn this diagram completely. Thank you for watching. More points on this topic will be uploaded soon. Please wait for our new video on this topic. We will be back soon.